Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining me again for this edition of Woman to Woman. I am your host, Anntricia Bray Smith, author, educator, and public speaker. I am the voice for those who suffer in silence. It is indeed a blessing to be here with you today. As today we're briefly going to talk about trying to win from the wrong side. And I see so many of us, we're stuck in our place of excuses. We're stuck in our place of why we don't have and why we can't do. And it's going to be difficult to win if you're standing on that side and trying to fight the battle from that side of the field. And so this is why I wanted to come and have a conversation with you today so that you can understand that position that you are fighting from, the perception that you see your place in life plays a major role in whether or not you're going to win. That's in anything. That's in our relationships, that's on our jobs, that's with our parenting, it's with every dynamic of our life, even our finances. We want to win. We have these goals. We have aspirations. We have expectations. But unless we really assess the side of the playing field or the team in which we're going to play on, unless we assess that to ensure that we're connected on the right side, unless we make sure that we're playing with the right teammates, because that this is a team effort. None of us never reach any amount of successes in our life alone. Even if we're in it alone, we can't do it all by ourselves. So it matters those connections and those collaborations that we begin to connect with. So we have to make sure that we have the right teammates. We have to make sure that we're in the right space to be seen and to have that visibility and to connecting with those people that can add value into us, people that we can pull from and learn from. And so what I find is that many of us today, because 2021 hasn't been all that we thought it was going to be, it hasn't brought about very much change. We're still losing jobs. We're still having our kids at home and they're having to learn remotely, and we're having to take on all these other hats. Our jobs are playing out. And because those excuses are still there, we're trying to win by still hanging on to those excuses. And so what I've come here to remind you today, that if you're going to hang on to that and still perceive it and view it and look at it as an excuse, you can't win. You can't win playing the victim. You can't win in that mediocre mindset. You can't win not desiring to implement changes in your life. It just does not work that way. The only way we're going to win in this thing is if we finally get to the place to where we understand that these things may be against us, but they don't stop us. You may tell me no, but that doesn't stop me. You may take my job, but that's not going to stop me. You may evict me, but that's not going to stop me. And this is the mindset, and this is the grit that we have to have if we're going to win in this thing. Not making excuses, not keep putting everything off because we don't have a bed of roses or a red carpet laid out before us. That's not the way we do it. And if you're connected with people who aren't stirring up that gift that is inside of you, if they can't see what's inside of you, if they can't support the dreams and the visions and the goals and the aspirations that you have, then it's time to leave that team and go find you another team. Because there are some teammates out here that is going to help you stand on the winning side. Have you ever seen a winning team, a championship team, a team that desires to win? They don't give up. That giving up is not in their DNA. They're going to put in more than what's expected. They're going to draw more out of you than what you can see in yourself at times. This is what a winning team is. A winning team is going to help you show up and gain visibility even when you're at a point to where you feel like you can't do it yourself. A winning team is going to speak goodness and greatness and the awesomeness that you possess, even when sometimes you can't even find the words for yourself. And so I asked you today, and I posed a question before you: what side are you playing on? Is it that you've made it till today and that your eyes are suddenly coming open? And now that you finally realize that you've been playing and fighting and trying to overcome and trying to reach success from the wrong side? Have you been making those excuses? Or are you still hanging out with those same mediocre people that aren't going anywhere? Or are you still dependent on your day job to build you wealth? Are you still making excuses for why you're not showing up in your business? Or are you still making excuses of why you can't come off of that welfare, or why you can't do any better financially, why you can't save, why you can't invest, why you can't get ahead in your small business? Or are you still making excuses for why you can't collaborate with other business owners? Or you still making excuses for your relationships, why it's not getting any better? Or you still making excuses for your children, why it seems like they're going off astray? Are you playing from the wrong side? Are you fighting this battle from the wrong side? And yes, it makes a difference. Everything we do make a difference. The words we speak make the difference. Our perceptions, our life experiences, our mindsets, it all makes a difference. Do you know that sometimes when we're playing on the wrong side, playing from the wrong side of the field, expecting to win, do you know that we are our biggest opposer? It doesn't take a boss lady or a boss man to come against you. It doesn't take a spouse to come against you. It doesn't take your children being all over the place to come against you. You are your biggest opposer. You are, and you have been, because nobody counts you out but you. You tell yourself what you can't do. You tell yourself what you can't have. You even fool yourself into telling yourself all these excuses to make it sound good, to convince yourself. And we've all been there. We've done that. But you can't get different results in 2021. You won't get different results in the coming days, in the coming months, in the coming years, doing the same thing that has got you to the point that you're in now. It just doesn't work that way. If you're thinking that you can still hang out with the same people, if you're thinking that you're going to get ahead with that same mindset, and you're refusing to learn new skills, and you're refusing to meet new people, and you're refusing to collaborate and network, if you think you still doing what you're doing is going to make a difference and get you different results in the future, then I'm telling you today, you are playing from the wrong side. Absolutely. Absolutely from the wrong side of things. There is none of us that can continue to do the same thing, put the same thing in us, eat the same things, watch the same things, not develop our mindsets, not plan our money in the right places, not invest in our relationships, not pour into our children. There is not any of us that can get the results we desire and win the battle fighting from the wrong side of the field. So it is my challenge to you that if you have been making the excuses, if you have not been planning your money in places to where it can return on investment for you, if you have not been investing in that relationship and you're letting it go to waste and you're blaming everybody but yourself, if you have not been investing in yourself, looking into how you can improve that small business even though it's struggling, looking to see how you can get your business off the ground, learning those skills that you need that sets you just a little bit farther than someone else, or help you stand out amongst the crowd, then I encourage you, I challenge you to consider what side of the field you have been playing on, and then make a change, make a difference, do something different, learn a new skill, find places that you can invest, sow seeds of empowerment and encouragement and support into your children, into your spouse, into your relationships. Go to that job a little bit earlier. Do all that you can do. Give a little bit more until you can begin to see the fruit of your labor. Because I can promise you that you can look for success all day long, but everything that you seek and that you're looking for is already inside of you. And if it's not, but one thing that I've learned to this day is that I don't go out here seeking out and trying to find success and trying to find fame and status and influence. One thing that I've realized is that it follows me. Every word I speak, every place that my feet treads, it follows me. I possess it. It's in me. And once you realize that, then you know that you have made the transition from being from the wrong side and fighting from the wrong side and trying to win from the wrong side over to your greatness, your success, your path, your purpose, your destiny. I appreciate you joining me. This has been another edition of Woman to Woman. Until next time, I am your host, Anntricia Bray Smith, author, educator, and public speaker.